Welcome to Stats in 7 by Dr. Wyatt, where the goal is to present some statistical concepts in 7 minutes or less, a goal not always met. The objective of this video is to learn how to use the TI-89 in a really efficient way, some tips and tricks that I have picked up for doing the chi-squared two-way test of independence. Remember from our last video that what a chi-squared two-way test of independence does is it takes two variables, variable 1 up here, and compares it to variable 2, and it asks the question, are the numbers that we observe in the variables distributed as we would expect based on the totals? So are they proportional? So maybe this is cats and dogs. This is types of food that they like to eat. And do cats and dogs proportionally like steak the same, chicken the same, and veggies the same? Or are these two things independent? You'll notice that what's working here is that there's a matrix. And the way that the TI-89 does the chi-squared two-way test for independence is you enter the information, the observed data, into the matrix, and then it will spit out for you the expected data, the complementary, the expected matrix, what you would have expected to get, the complementary matrix, and the chi-square test statistic and the p-value. So the main thing that I'm going to talk about in this tips and tricks is how to enter this data into the matrix editor. Select the Data Matrix Editor in the Apps button. The first time you do this, you're going to select New and create a new matrix. Every additional time after this, when you go here, you're just going to use the current matrix that you've already created. We're going to use the same variable and the same matrix each time. Unless for some reason you need to store a matrix and you're going to be using the problem and another problem and coming back, and you don't want to have to re-enter data. But for the most part, you're going to be using the same matrix over and over again and just rewriting it for each new problem. The first thing you need to do is select a matrix on the data type. This is a really common mistake. If you choose data and set it up, it will pretend like everything is fine until you actually run the test. And then you will get an error that will not allow you to run the test. So make sure that your data type here is matrix and not data. I name my matrix XXX, and the reason that I do that is because the X key is really easy to access, and because I think it's funny. And then I'm putting in a 2x3 matrix for this first round. Every time that we reuse this matrix, we'll resize it to the appropriate size. But for this first problem, I'm going to put in a 2x3. One thing that will occasionally frustrate students is when they go to the row and the dimensions and they hit 2, they get the letter R. That's because your alpha key is still on from the variable. You have to hit this alpha key to toggle back to numbers when you get to the row and the column dimensions. So I just enter my data into the rows and columns as it's presented in the problem. This is my observed data. And then hit the home key to exit out of the data editor. In the home key, I can type XXX in and see the output is the actual data that I wanted. So this is my observed data happening right here. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the Stats List Editor, choose F6 number 8 for my chi-squared two-way test, and then I'm going to type in my observed matrix is XXX. And then I'm going to type in YYY and ZZZ. So YYY and ZZZ are also very easy to access on my calculator keyboard. And this is where I'm storing. I'm telling the calculator to store the expected matrix that they're going to calculate in YYY and to store the complementary matrix that they're going to calculate in ZZZ. Then I hit calculate. And you can see that my calculator gives me my test statistic my p-value, my degrees of freedom, and then this is the expected matrix and the complementary matrix, and I can't see them all. So in order to see what they all are, I'm going to return to my home key. By typing YYY and ZZZ on my home screen, I get the expected matrix as output and then the complementary matrix as output. If you're having trouble, chances are you have set up your matrix incorrectly, particularly called it data instead of matrix. So to check that, go to second var link, and then you'll notice that the data in question, XXX, has to have a mat next to it to say this is a matrix. If it has a dat or a list, then you set it up incorrectly. So when you are ready to do a new problem, you're just going to go to your data matrix. Instead of using new, you're going to use current. That way you're still in XXX. And then all you need to do is resize, which is F6, number 6, the matrix. Have a great day.